Welcome back to the channel. I'm Rochelle and this is Brampton Gardener, and today's episode is going to be all about seeds. I am going to open up my box of seeds. I'll give you a sneak peek inside. And all of these brown ones here and here are seeds that I collected this summer from my garden. So these are none of these seeds that I'm going to be showing you right now are from last year, and none of them are store-bought or from seed swaps. All from my collection in the backyard, and each section is alphabetical order, and they are divided up simply by the size of the envelope, because I put them in, I've made these little cardboard slots to keep them all from flopping around. So without further ado, let's get at it. So first section up. And don't get mad if they're not 100% alphabetical order, because I've been taking them out to do seed swaps. So the first one up is allium. So this was the starburst allium, something like that, explosion allium, can't remember. Oh, black-eyed Susan vine. Now a couple of these, like the black-eyed Susan vine and a handful of other ones, are not technically from my garden. I did get them from other people with permission. So that one was not mine, but most of them are. So we have some red hollyhocks, a ton of those, because they just, wow, they were really going crazy. I have calendula in 3 colors. So I did the calendula flashback mix, and then I went ahead and kind of divided them into the 3 color groups that I had growing out back, so I can kind of be a little more specific on the ones that I choose this year. So I have what I kind of considered the honey color, which is more of a creamy, kind of a pinky center. Then I have the orange, like the traditional calendula orange, and then a softer yellow one. So I don't think I'm going to be starting any of the orange ones this year. We'll see if any of them actually come back from last year, but I'm probably going to be sticking with the honey colored ones, because those were my favorites. Then I have my cosmos, echinacea, hot pink floroclocks. Now these are hot pink floroclocks. I found them from somebody else's plants, not mine. Mine are just the traditional, I think I had pink, red, and I'm not 100% sure if they're not the same pink as mine, but they look different in the pot, so I thought, well, worth a shot. And then nasturtiums. Nasturtiums are very chubby seeds. So then I have my pink petunias. So those are regular pink wave petunias that I pulled out of the color mix. Last year I had seeds for the tickled pink climbing petunias, and then I had white wave petunias and purple wave petunias, and some of the purple wave petunias came out pink. So I collected the seeds off of those, and I separated the pink and the purples to see, I don't know if I can separate it like that or not, or I might just get a completely random mix next year. I have no idea, but I did separate them. So I have the purple climbing petunia, purple wave petunias, and then I have the tickled pink climbing petunias, white petunias. I have the front, no spill, I had the front gray poppies. I wasn't exactly sure what the names of all of those were. I have the red and black poppy at the top of the hill. Those were from a seed swap, and they said red and black poppy, so that's what we've named them. And I have my rose mallow, sweet William, snapdragons, one of my absolute favorites, straw flowers, and then the small violas. Now these, I'm going to be keeping this bag out. This is part of the reason I'm going through this, because I want to go through and see what I have in here to start next week. So once Christmas gets put away, I will be starting some seeds, and I'm going to start with my cool flowers. So those are going to be those slow growing cool flowers, and that are going to be the pansies, violas, and the ornamental cabbage. So ornamental kale, ornamental cabbage, whichever seeds I have of those. Actually, I think I have them right in here, don't I? I will be starting those. No, they're not in here. I will be starting those as soon as I get my setup ready to go, because they take like 10 to 12 weeks before you can even plant them out, and I can plant those out in March. So the viola is going to stay to the side in with my other cool, and then I will be starting greens and my lettuce, spinach, and onions as well. And I think there's a few others. Oh, my peppers. And I'm going to be starting on all my dwarf tomatoes. January is going to be a seed pack month. Stay tuned. Okay, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell so you don't miss out watching me do my soil blogs. Very exciting. Bought them last year. Love them. Okay, so that was all for the smaller manila envelopes. Those are all from, I got those at the dollar store. And then these other ones here, I got, I ordered these online. I ordered like 300 of them, so they've been perfect for collecting seeds in and for swaps. So first up is my red amaranth, and that is the tall decorative kind. I do also have seeds for the red leaf amaranth, which is the like microgreen edible ones. Bells of Ireland, grew those this year for the very first time. Absolutely love them. They smell amazing, and I can't even explain it. It's like a sweet green smell. And they actually dried really nice. I have them in the bouquet over there. They're very, very fragile though, so don't touch them, they will fall off. Coral green canna. So these are the ones I grew from seed last year, and they grew crazy and they put out a ton of blooms, but I did not get a lot of seeds off of them. So I did save the corms and I did save a few seeds, so we'll see. But they were not, they didn't produce a lot of seed. I don't know why. Garden huckleberry, my favorite plant I grew in 2021. And if you don't know what the garden huckleberry is, if you haven't seen my videos on it, go check it out. I'll post a link here to my video all about garden huckleberries. I made jam, I made a crisp, I made some syrup, which was really good, mixed it in with a little bit of sparkling water and some gin. Fabulous. Red giant canna lilies. Now these produce seed like crazy, and I have a gazillion corms, so I will be starting a few of these from seed just to kind of see how they compare to saving the corms, because honestly, if these grow just as fast and produce and bloom just as well as the corms, these are a lot easier to store. Like, you saw the big, if you didn't see the pile I have out on the deck, I had them all along the railing lining up to dry out. But yeah, they take a huge bag to store over winter. So the next up is one of my absolute favorite plants in my garden, my red hardy hibiscus. And then I have my white hardy hibiscus and my hyacinth bean vine. And then somehow my gaillardia got out of place. So gaillardia is supposed to go in front of those. There we go. Okay. And then up next, I have my vanilla marigolds. Some of you might have learned by now that I am not a fan of that kind of orangey marigold color. I didn't like it with the calendula, and I don't like it with the traditional marigolds. But I did like the white, so they were very pretty. It was kind of soft vanilla color. And then these are Wally's dark purple petunias. This is my neighbor down the street. And they had these really pretty dark purple petunias this summer, and so I went and snagged some seeds off of those, so we'll have to see if they grow. I also have some pansies I got seeds off of her plant as well. My poppy from the gray poppy out front. Now they were all from the same seed packet I got from a seed swap, gray poppies, and some of them were like just a flat light gray, and then I had one in the back that had like the dark ruffled gray. So I did separate the seeds, but they both say gray, so who knows what I'll get next year. Poppy back small. They were just the small like pink and white poppies I had in the back. Poppy back large. So I also had a big seed pod back there. After I planted everything, I labeled as best as I could, but you know, these things happen. And then this is salvia. Now this is one that I collected from someone's salvia plant, not mine, because I don't have any salvia. So we will see what that does next year. And then the viola large. So those were from my front flower bed. Tiny yellow seeds, possibly viola. So when I was drying them out, I'm pretty sure they are the viola. They look exactly the same. They're kind of a light yellow-ish seed. But I did just separate them just to be safe. We'll see once I seed them all what comes up. So, and then this is the zebra. It's in the mallow family. It's like the zebrina mallow or whatever. And then I have the Queenie Lime zinnia. And I have the pink zinnia. And then I have something that is not labeled at all. Mystery seeds. Oh, no, this is my dried calendula. So I have some dried calendula petals in there that I wanted to make a salve or something with, but I haven't done anything with yet. And then in here, these are, these look like the zebrina as well. So I don't know why I don't know why they're not labeled. I managed to come in the house several times with just random items in my pocket. I'd put a hoodie on and I would reach into my pockets and there would be seeds. And I still have some over there drying. More of the nasturtiums. I have nasturtium seeds all over the place because I would just grab them every time I was out. And then the only non-flower that I collected seeds from in the back that are in this container are my lemon basil, my coriander calypso. It's supposed to be a slow bolt. It's definitely slower, but still bolts. And then the cinnamon basil, which this was my favorite basil to grow this year. This was my favorite filler that I grew for flowers and bouquets. It grew prolifically. It was like, if you go back and watch, I'll post a link here for my basil video last year. So those were all the seeds that I collected from last year. A lot of those were brand new to me. I had never grown before. Very exciting. And I did order in a few seeds this summer when M.I. Gardener was having his half price sale. So that was exciting. I got half price seeds. They were $1 a pack and free shipping. Woohoo! So I got quite a few, but the rest are veggie seeds. So I will discuss that in another video. But today is all about flowers and herbs. So from M.I. Gardener, brand new to me, never grown any of these before, is Jewels of Opar. I saw these beauties over on Nicole Smith Gardening's video. She had them growing in her planter in the front and they were so pretty and wispy, and I think they'll be great in cut flower arrangements. The Evening Sun Sunflower, I think that one was really pretty. I know I say I don't really like the oranges. For some reason I don't mind it with sunflowers. I think they're big enough on their own. Siam Queen Basil, so I'm excited to try that one. I love using basil in food and in bouquets. This one is Edible Chrysanthemum. So never heard of it, never had it, never tried it, but you can use it. It says mildly bitter flavor of the greens is often used in Asian cuisine. So you can use the flowers and the greens as well. And I'll probably use them as filler in bouquets as well. But they're kind of pretty. They're not super exciting, so I'll probably kind of tuck them in up at the top of the hill where they're not super pretty, but whatever. And then this one I'm excited to try are the Shirley Double Mix Poppies. So I had great luck last year growing my poppies. I did them all in the winter sowing containers. I'll pop that video up here and you can go see when I open them up. Some of them, the poppy seeds are very, very tiny. So I've seen some people do a tip where they spread them out on a piece of paper and then they just grab a few with their fingers and sprinkle them on, which is probably a great way to do it. I did it outside in the wind and I put way too many poppy seeds in each container, but they all sprouted, they came up, and when I opened those containers, it was amazing. It was very exciting. So I'm excited to see that one. And then this one as well is borage. It's edible. It tastes apparently kind of cucumber-ish. You can use it to flavor salads, pickles, cream cheese spreads, to cook and eat like spinach. So you can use the flowers and the leaves, and again, they're really pretty in bouquets. So I am very excited. This is kind of some, but not all, of the flowers that I will be growing next year. I do still have my other seed packets from last year when I collected them, and all of the seed packets that I got from some seed swaps. So I will be doing a separate video. I'll be doing a tomato video. I'm going to probably be doing a pepper video, and then maybe just a veggies in particular video, because otherwise if I do them all together they're going to get way too long. And I'll also go over a few of the seed swaps that I did this year. I have one sitting right here that I can just show you a little sneak peek of some beauties that I got. So these are some really exciting varieties of plants. I have the kohlrabi, the epazote, which is a Mexican seasoning, culantro, pineapple, tomato, black crim, Werwahoa, no idea how to pronounce that one. And then I'm really excited about the Tasmanian chocolate dwarf. So I'm all about dwarf tomatoes this year. I grew 2 different kinds last year. Loved the process of it, loved how tiny they are and that I could start them early, and that I had tomatoes way sooner than I did from the regular size tomatoes that I put in the other containers. Gizmo absolutely loved them, and the Tiny Tims were amazing. They tasted good, they grew amazing. I wasn't a super big fan of the The gold pearl tomato, they just didn't have the flavor, and they got a lot bigger than I had anticipated and a lot bigger than I was looking for in a dwarf tomato. So I will be doing a video all about the dwarf tomatoes when I start them in January, and let me know in the comments down below if you've grown any of these plants, what you're excited about growing this year, anything new that you're excited to see in your garden. Thanks for watching. Bye.